scenic route, and I can call the numbers in the pocket of my jeans through it all. Talking the talk, running before I walk, missing the meaning, plotting the course while I'm stuck at the bend, penchant for rocky terrain and dead end. Wind myself up just to unravel into a great mountain of wind. Should've is a place I sometimes frequent, yet they know my face better as I can. But if there's a way, I will. It's close by, and Wednesday's open late. The venue is vast. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. La da la da 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 da. La da 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 da. Plotting the course while I'm stuck at the bend, penchant for rocky terrain and dead end. Wind myself up just to unravel into the great mountain of wind. Predicting the loss before I begin, so it don't cut too deep when I don't win. Not like it's working for this clever lark. I can recite the story behind every scar, protecting the law.
There is no success in nation building
So it don't cut too
without the building of family. And there is no success in building family without respect and honor for the institution of marriage. We are beset with divorce. We are beset with the problem of infidelity. As a result of divorce, infidelity, there's hatred building between mothers and fathers, hatred that is causing children to suffer. We can talk about many things that are important in life, but nothing is more important or sacred than family, and the cornerstone of family, which is marriage.
I believe that heaven must be like this ray of sunshine kissed upon your skin. Just say you love me, make my day go good. Pot of gold.
Begin the process that leads to successful marriage and successful building of family.
But you have to start with the baby. God has blessed you. I listened to your numbers. I was writing down some of the numbers of the children that you have. Some of your children are grown. The difference with us in terms of a lot of other societies, we have what we call, I hate to call it mixed marriages, but I'm going to use that term, where I may marry a sister that has some children, and her children comes into marriage. You may marry a brother and he got children. More than likely, sister, is the brother who has a whole lot of children. Okay? So with your children, and the first part of this good part is let them first see you pray. And let them see you studying aspects of prayer. Questions are going to come up. It's normal and natural. And when you can't answer a question, you seek those who may be able to answer. And when you go in a certain circle, people try to guide you according to their belief system, right? The school of thought. Like in the Maliki school of thought, when you stand in it, which is called Qiyam, they have it like this. You ever seen anybody ever went to prayer and see somebody hold their hand? that's their school of thought. So when they teach you, they may want to teach you your school, but you got to know the balance. Y'all believe Elijah Muhammad and Minister Farrakhan, or I'm here, the right over the left. Okay? But this one, you don't condemn and say it's wrong. Right? That's just their school of thought.
Just believe, got my mind made. I don't plan to leave, 'cause you are meant for me. Simple that may be, why be complex? Loving you is so easy.
Can't tell you nothing you ain't already heard.
Already heard.
No matter what I say, it's nothing but word.
Nothing but
Just let me prove to you that I know it's real.
it's real.
Let me express to you the way that I feel. Can't tell you nothing you ain't already heard.
Because if the children of Israel would come up under that strong law, they would be the foundational stone for a world that respects the sovereignty of God and the righteousness of God and His law. And by living the law, we would find greater peace, greater harmony, greater love, greater brotherhood inside the nation.
I know it's real. Let me express to you the way that I feel.
Or if you want to, if you can quickly set up the next one over here, right?
No, I can't.
Oh, not yet.
Wait a second. Wait a second. Wait a second. All right, everybody just calm down for a second. No hands, no hands.
Yes, even the mystery. Sometimes it's hard to
No. Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, marriage is one half of faith.
two babies did and for the both my love was true. This is how I see it.
That's right.
Hey, that's me. This year I took 36. Everything became so quick. Yesterday's have gotten big. It's on me.
There's nothing in our marriage where we should not come together as a team, from raising the children, running the house, whatever it is. It's a reminder that we are a team. We're not enemies of each other, but we are husbands and wives, always working as a team. How do you feel about that?
I escape this vanity.
We got to remember one thing. We're not the center of this thing. Deer Park is not the center of this thing. Somebody get that Deer Park water out of this thing. Thank God it's the water. God is the center. So whenever you having a problem in a relationship, you remember that in this center is God. You got to keep God between you and your spouse. Your spouse got to know that you're not her God and she's not your God. And we all have to answer to a higher power. And we can't come and intercede for each other. So we got to remember that in this moment and forevermore. Yes. Sister, come in, please. All right, yeah. Okay, hold on. And you got to figure out, without breaking hands, how to untangle yourself. And it's doable, but you have to work together in order to do it.
If you take the life of Prophet Muhammad and put it here, the life of Jesus Christ and put it here, you see lives that are filled with trial, persecution, tribulation, hardship, loss of property, loss of life, diminution of fruit. But God is trying this soul that wants oneness with Him.
Put that hand right there.
We're supposed to be quiet and keep the mind so quiet to mind so that you can hear Him and feel Him. Use your senses. Use your senses.
Where's the pole?
If I asked you to trust me on all things, could you do it?
All kind of stuff going on right now.
If I needed you to map your position,
How you feel?
would you?
Did you trust me? All right.
This exercise is significant because it allows the husbands and the wives to see how much they truly trust one another. You're blinded, so you don't know what's coming, what to expect. So you have to put total trust in your spouse, and then Allah that your spouse will guide you aright. So this is a key exercise to help them to see that throughout their life together, that there are going to be instances where the wife is not going to know about the decision. She's not going to know anything, and she's going to have to trust her husband. And vice versa with the husband, that the wife is going to do things and say things and whatnot, that he's going to have to trust her thinking ability, her way of doing things, and trust her totally. So this exercise is key in allowing us to understand that trust is a must if we're going to be married. There are going to be things that he's not going to check with us all the time, and we have to have, like we just saw this exercise, we have to have the strength and pray to it. And like when I don't understand something, I don't question him no more. I say, Allah, if that is where you guided him to do, all praises due to Allah, I'm right here, I'm going to support. And that's how we have to become, to just say Allah got him. I pray every day for my husband that Allah guides him, and let him and Allah work together. And that's a process. I've been married for 21 years. Guess what? I'm just starting to practice it around 18, 19 years, okay? So, yes.
And just to add to Sister Cecilia, you know, I'm the type of wife, I love guidance, I love instructions, but I need clear, concise instructions. I told my husband before we got here, weeks before, we need to learn how to communicate, but not only communicate, effective communication. So sometimes when we ask why, like she said, how many? This is not to discredit you, but maybe you wasn't clear in telling her just how many steps. So that calls for a question of how many. Because you just telling me step forward, okay, I'm stepping forward, when do I stop? How many steps? How many back forward? So some sisters are just like that. We need clear and concise instructions. I don't mind following instructions. I love that. Give me clear instructions, I move out. That's just the way I was taught. So let's
At this point, the wives are putting their total trust in their husband to get them from point A to point B. It's also an exercise where the husbands can assess how good of a leader they are in their family by the amount of trust that she puts in you. And that can be determined by the number of times she reaches for your hand, or does she follow your voice instructions without fail. But now we're about to put a twist to it, and now the women are going to lead the men. Usually that's where the most of the difficulty comes in.
I played the fool before, stared at the sun till it burned out my eyesight. line, but a man must move on. No time for regrets. Who lives to rehearse? Rehearse the times you were here. Through other ladies, I drove myself crazy, wondering why they weren't you. You may think I'm a fool, but still I did it all for us. You know I did it all for love. When you stayed in the sun.
I think it's great because it shows, number one, an area that you don't think about until you're in it, and you have to follow your husband's direction as a sister, and then to reverse it now to see how the brothers will follow the sister's direction. And what I was impressed with is how many sisters said, even though it was difficult, I felt secure. I know that he would not let anything happen to me. That was really great. And it's a testimony. And then you could see the ones who kind of doubted that the husband was telling them the right thing to do. And but it showed her that I'm not going to lead you astray. I'm going to tell you the right thing to do, but you have to have faith and confidence and follow me on it. So it's a great exercise, and it teaches us something about ourselves. Each one of them learned a little about themselves, even things that you may not think is important, but it's important. Anything that will help you to better understand your thought process, how you process things. It's a great exercise.
These ancient songs, these ancient people, these ancient thoughts, this ancient love, these ancient hearts, these ancient souls, these ancient hopes, these ancient people. Like the earth and the sky and the sea and the birds and the trees and the songs, melody. Like the mountain, like the valley, like the river, like the lake, like the earth when it waves, space and sea.
This is rock and roll meets Aristotle. I fly those G5s through the skies to Cabo. Martial arts more ancient than Tabo. Swordsman more ancient than Zorro. Ancient like the pharaohs, or priests of Yoruba, or Obia, your phobia, your paro. Your path narrow like climbing mountain Kilimanjaro. Ancient men traded cattle before Columbus was lost in travel. Ancient canoes got paddle. Before the horse saddle there was camel. Spears before arrow, arrow before ammo. Tribal paint before camo. Flage, chief before sergeant, lieutenant. Village elders before the Senate used to sell the seas. Before the compass was invented, ancient people spoke free. They didn't need a First Amendment. In the beginning, the drum was the text sending. There was moons before months and time before minutes.
These ancient thoughts, this ancient love, these ancient hearts, these ancient souls, these ancient songs, these ancient people. These ancient thoughts, this ancient
Diane, my wife, Sister Deborah is, and all of us who have participated in this workshop, for what you have given to us by your presence, and by the knowledge and wisdom and the understanding that you have shared with us so graciously. Thank you, my brother Abraham. All praise. It's an honor to give you the floor so I may participate in this. And then once you finish with this part of it, we will go to the next part, which is really just us looking lovingly into our partner's eyes and declaring to them what our heart's intention is, our desire for this next year, and what we wish to commit to our partner that we are willing to do as a result of this marriage retreat, this fourth annual marriage retreat, to make our marriage stronger, to make our marriage better in 2000 and the rest of 2013 as we move into 2014. So I want to really compliment my brother
And you know, he doesn't like to take it, you know, he wants it to roll off his back. But him and his wife have championed this. They have dedicated and they're passionate about it. And everybody has something that they're passionate about. And believe me when I tell you, I sat and wrote an article this morning about this, and not only for the Final Call, but for the other papers that I'm in. And I started the article off that this is a different kind of article for Africa and the world. But this is an article about an issue that is important to the black community. So it's my honor to be here. It's a learning curve for me to see brothers and sisters who make a sacrifice to come together and to discuss how they can stay together and strengthen their ties of relationship. So, brothers and sisters, hold on to what you got. This is beautiful. And I only asked you to help Brother Marcus. Brother Marcus said to me today, and I'm going to say it to you, that the minister has many, many projects on the table. And what he doesn't have is those who will take a project and follow it through to the end. The project that I'm challenging Brother Marcus and those who are helping him, we thank Sister Deborah, Sister Edna, Sister Wahida, and Marcus's wife. I want to say her name right.
Cecilia.
That makes us feel all good inside. And we've got love. We've got love. We've got love. We got love. We got love. At last the mass agree as to how we wanna be. With love, respect, and pride, success will be on our side. And
because in the atom there must be control. It doesn't become destructive unless you split it.
Success is not without a doubt.
I hope that you gain something from it that will benefit your marriage, your family, and I hope that we will make a commitment to marriage and family and let nothing come in to break up our families.